Hello everyone, Melody here. Welcome to Homeschool Happy Hour. Today we're going to talk about 7 reasons why we involve the public school system, public school, in our homeschool. Hello everyone, if you are new here, as I said, my name is Melody. This is Homeschool Happy Hour and I have been homeschooling for 10 years. I have 2 homeschoolers, 1 kiddo in public school and 1 kiddo that is graduated from public school in our blended family. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the why do we involve public school as homeschoolers. Now, if you've been following along on my channel, you know that I am a very proud secular homeschooler and I love homeschooling. I love all things homeschooling. I have some not great things to say about or opinions about the public school system. I've said those before. And so people might be like, if you don't like it, why are you involved with it at all? And so I wanted to talk about the reasons why we are involved in that in today's video. If you're interested in secular homeschooling and secular homeschooling curriculum, materials, lifestyle, all that kind of stuff, please make sure and hit the like button and subscribe and follow along as we talk about all that stuff. Before I get started, these are not in any particular order, just 7 different reasons why our family specifically is involved with the public school. Now keep in mind, we are in the state of Washington, which depending on what state you're in, the level of availability of public school resources to homeschoolers is very different. In our state, we have what I would consider to be like full access as homeschoolers. We have access to sports, clubs, even curriculum, extracurricular, everything that... Somebody's calling me. Pause. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I don't remember where I was at. So I'm just gonna jump into the reasons that we and our family specifically are connected with the public school system. Now, for starters, some people will ask, why do some of your kids get homeschooled and why are some of your kids in public school? And the answer to that is, as I mentioned, we are a blended family, which means that the legalities of being able to homeschool the kids, it takes the opinions of their other biological parent, which we don't always agree with, and that's fine. Oops, bouncy. We're not always on the same page, and that's okay. But the result of that is that our kids have different educational paths, even though they're with us the majority of the time. Connected to that reason, that gives me reasons 2 and 3 on why we're connected with the public school. Number 2, we're a blended family, so that means we're divorced, right? We have our children that have their other biological parents. In my situation, the other biological parent, it's very important to him that our kids be involved with the public school. Now, we have fought through this. He had wanted them to go to public school full time. I homeschooled before our divorce, but I didn't want them to go to public school at all. And so the compromise in that is that my oldest homeschooler, the prisoner, she actually attends public school part-time, and that helps her feel like she's helping her father feel heard. And I'm okay with it because I know her. I know that with her personality, she'll do fine with it. And I know that she's more than capable of going into that situation without it really adversely affecting her as a person. And so that's why even our homeschoolers are involved with the public school part-time. Also, because we have been through court, this is reason number 3, the court told us early on in our debate, if you will, about what the kids were going to have to do. I remember the judge said to me, your kids are doing amazing. I had all the information, all the declarations, all the evidence, all the things showing how amazing they were doing as homeschoolers, having always been homeschoolers. And he was like, they're doing amazing. They are testing above and beyond. It is clear that they are socially and emotionally just rocking things. And of course, at some point they're going to have to go to public school because they need that. Now, as you can imagine, this did not make my heart or my soul or my brain happy, because what an incredibly uneducated statement from somebody who's supposed to be really well educated. The man had no experience with homeschool, didn't know anything, sitting there telling me how wonderful our kids are, how advanced they are, how great homeschooling has been for them, and then follows up with, well, they're gonna have to go to public school because they need that, based purely on his personal opinion on like the social standard, not on what is best for our kids. But then COVID happened, and in our state, everything shut down. Schools shut down. The kids missed out, I think, almost a full semester of school. And then even starting the next year, they had like a full semester or at least a quarter of distance learning. And the snowball effect of all of that on the kids in the public school system has been really bad. Like, things are not good in our public school system right now, and COVID had a huge negative impact on that. And so because of COVID, silver lining for us, I don't think any judge in their right mind is ever going to force us to go to public school full time, particularly after those years of people pulling their kids out and homeschooling because of how much distance learning and the public school system did not work for people during that time period. And so I don't know if it makes sense to you on how that connects to today, but because of the judge's statement and because of my ex-husband's desires, that's like number 2 and number 3. For those reasons, we choose to be involved with the public school so that we can always say that, but they're getting that opportunity, but they have that little piece that you feel is so detrimentally important to their development. Even if I personally wouldn't choose that if things were different, but they're not different. That's what we've got. So that's what we do. However, since we are there, we do make the most of it. So number 4, the reason where we are involved with public school is just sports. The kids enjoy playing different sports. I love the opportunity for them to do that for free. Yes, there are clubs and things like that that homeschoolers can get. They can get really expensive. And so having the public school sports, the opportunity to do that, we absolutely take advantage of that. So we're involved for sports. Number 5 is extension programs. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but like maybe extracurricular activities. So like in the high school, my oldest homeschooler, like I said, she takes a couple classes, but she also goes to be involved in one of their clubs that they have, which in our state she could be involved in even if she didn't take any classes. They do this club where it's focused on community involvement and volunteer opportunities, and they raise money, and every 2 years the whole club goes on a trip to like Central America. And so the opportunity for her to travel and do that with this particular group and to be out and volunteering and doing that kind of stuff, we take advantage of that opportunity through the public schools. Number 6, free materials. Depending on what state you're in, you can get free materials to use for your homeschooler from the school. That's fantastic. A long time ago, gosh, I think it was like the year before I started homeschooling, so maybe 11 years ago, possibly 12 years ago, in our state, homeschoolers were given a stipend. And so they gave you a certain amount of money, which from what I'm told would pay for all your curriculum, as well as like if your kid wanted to take Taekwondo or anything like that, they would pay for it, which would be great. But of course they don't do that anymore, and that's okay. But we still have access to a lot of different free materials. If I was interested in using the math materials that the public school's using, I could go in there and request that. And then the last reason number 7, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, number 7 on why we're involved with this public school. I work as a substitute teacher in the public schools. And so that does make me more comfortable with my kids being in there because, again, small town, small school, I know the teachers, I know the administrators, they know me, I know what's going on in the school. And so I'm more comfortable having them there. Also, that makes our family a little bit more involved, just from the I'm the parent and now I'm in the schools myself perspective. But either way, if you choose to be involved with public school, be involved with public school. If you don't want to have anything to do with it, don't have anything to do with it. Or you can be middle of the road like we are, where we take what we like and we leave the rest. There's lots of options. Again, depending on what state you live in, your options might be greater or they might be more limited. Hopefully you are able to access the resources that you need regardless of where they come from. If you have any other questions about why we're involved with the public school or how we're involved with the public school, please drop a comment in the box below and I'm happy to discuss that with you. Otherwise, that is all I have for you guys today, and I will catch you next time.